Miss Danreael here, and I have a word for you. Have discernment. Yeah, some of us, we lack discernment, and it costs us. It costs us a huge price. God wants you to start judging people righteously this year. So look, the verse for this video is 1 John 4:1, and it reads, "Dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world." So specifically, this is talking about false prophets, but the Most High God, again, wants you to test every spirit in your life. This is every friendship, every relationship, every connection, every network, whatever you got going on in your life. He wants you to discern this. So the definition of discernment is the ability to judge well. Another definition is, in Christian context, perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding. Discernment is for you to judge righteously. You have to judge things. You have to be like, okay, is this right or is this wrong? How is this making me feel? A lot of times, the way you feel is a sign from the Most High God. Some of us, we have intuition. We get a gut feeling about things. God may give you a sign or a dream about something. He may speak to you through someone else. Like, you may be thinking about something in your mind that nobody knows about. Like, the problems or something that you're going through. And then you're having a conversation with a friend or even a stranger. And they start to talk about, I remember when I used to just cut people off because they didn't treat me right, or they say something that is exactly what you're thinking about. That's a sign from the Most High God. God wants you to listen to things. He wants you to listen to things. He wants you to be aware of things. He wants you to understand your surroundings, your environment. Your environment plays a role in the way you are. Some of us, we live in poverty. Some of us, we stressed out. Some of us, we don't have our needs met on a day-to-day basis. And there are sociological needs and there are psychological needs. Some things that we need are actually essential. Like, we all need food, water, shelter, and some type of financial income to survive in this world. Now, the other side of needs are love, affection, acceptance, and the things that you need from other people. So it's important that, again, you discern everything around you. It says, do not believe every spirit. Everybody who is on this here YouTube, or everybody who is a pastor, everybody who is a minister, everybody who is an evangelist, they may not be sent by the Most High God. They may not be somebody that God actually chose to be a prophet to the nations. They may not be someone who is really doing their job to, really honor the Most High God. They may be doing it for the money. They may be doing it for the fame. They may be doing it because it runs in the family. Like, you don't know what people's motives are, and you could never really know a person's true motives. Like, and that's the craziest part about this world. But even though if you don't know a person's true motives, again, the spiritual side of things, the feeling side of things, you're gonna feel like, I really don't like that person, or I really don't gravitate towards this person, or it's something about them that's not right. That is God giving you discernment. So again, it says, don't believe every spirit. And this is with relationships as well. Don't believe everybody that is in your life or that's trying to get in connection with you. Don't believe them. You really got it. And then the next part, it says, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God. Test them. If someone say they love God, offer to do Bible study with them. Somebody trying to date you, or you got a new friend, and they talk about, oh yeah, girl, I'm blessed. Da, da, da. Offer to do Bible study with them. Watch how their energy change or don't change, or how they get excited or be like, well, I'm not doing no Bible study. Watch what they do. You got to test the spirits. You have to put something in front of them that is, of course, of God. And if they'll be like, okay, if they agree to it, then they may be of God. But if they turn up their face, frown their nose, or they just want to live a life of sin, they don't want to do nothing in a biblical type of manner as far as honoring biblical principles, whether that's marriage, whether that's loving your neighbor, whether that's honoring God with your money or respecting people, the 10 Commandments. If they don't want to do none of that stuff, they can't be of God. They can't be a true child of God. They might be, but they might be in a path of sin right now. But again, it's important that you test people. Test them. Don't just be so quick to be somebody's friend or somebody's be in a relationship with someone just because they say they're a good person. You gotta test people. And this is what's going to save you. It's so many people who have been deceived. You may have been deceived in a relationship. Somebody may have acted like they were one thing, but really behind closed doors, they was another thing. Or really they acted like this in your face, but they were telling other people this behind your back. Like, you really gotta watch people and watch what they're doing and what they're saying. And guess what? This requires patience. This don't happen overnight. You really just have to vet people out. You gotta vet people out. You gotta take time to get to know people. And whether this is friends, whether you're like say you're a woman and you have another woman friend that you're about to be friends with, you gotta vet people out because you never know who they're sent by, or again what their true motive is. Like I was saying, there's so many people they've been deceived and they lost their life because they was dealing with a devil in a human body. They was dealing with a demon. You feel me? But they didn't know. But if they would have took the time to, again, build a relationship with this person, get to know this person, understand how they feel about this person, understand this person's mind, understand what this person lives for, their purpose, their drive, who they come for, who they believe in, they wouldn't have, lost their life. So discernment takes time. You got to think about like a trial for a case in court. When a judge is judging a case, he literally has to sit and listen to the victims. He has to listen to the prosecutors. He has to listen to the defense attorney. He has to listen to the suspect. He has to listen to the jury. Like, the judge has to listen to everybody. And some cases can take months. Some cases can take weeks. Some cases can take a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a person's on a trial, it takes time. And like I said, everybody has to be heard. And the judge has to, again, he has to use the law in order to judge the case, and he has to use his own, judgment as well, as far as what he's seen over his career as being a judge. And he has to give the person what he feels is best for them, and honor the victims and the jury and again the law. So you have to come with this same type of mindset and standpoint as far as judging the people that come into your life and judging the people that you're around, judging the situation that you may be in, judging the path that you are on. You have to use these same types of tactics that are used in judging for your life. Because if you don't, you might be in some sticky situations. You might find yourself in a pit that you can't get out of, all because you started to deal with the wrong types of people. So remember to have discernment. And this don't just apply to relationships. This applies to everything in your life. Your diet, your mindset, your job, your career, the way you are handling yourself. This applies to your money. This applies to the types of things that you may have as far as materialistic things. It applies to the things that you're worshiping. The Most High God don't want you to have no idols but Him. He don't want you to idolize nothing but Him. Once you begin to do this, you're going to have more peace in your life. God is going to start to work in your finances. He's going to start to work in your relationships. He's going to start to really show you the fullness of God. You're going to be blessed. You're going to see things differently. You're going to experience things that you never thought you could experience. Everything that He gives you is going to blow your mind. It's going to be unimaginable. So it's important that you focus on God this year and, again, discern the things around you and the people that you allow into your life. So look, I pray this video blessed you. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.